Hello, welcome to the Italy Guide. Let's begin with the political power. The first PP goes to the war economy. After that, this is multiplayer guide by the way. After that, captain of industry, then financial expert. After that, you may want to take the army morale guy, and then ground support. This should be enough with the XP level should be enough with the XP you gain from Spain. You also want to after that take all these except of tank designer, all these designers. For industry, go for Danieli because it is a northern industry. Danieli is good. Go for Beretta in material designer as you need to build lots of infantry in multiplayer. Aircraft designer obviously Maki, and it also gives you some superiority bonuses. When it comes to ship designer, I think it depends on the type of navy you want to build, but I usually go for the battle fleet designer. Um, After those, you need to swap the captain of industry for the war industrialist, Giacomo Acerbo, I guess that's how it's called. Then financial expert will also be gone at some point, so you want to go finish this focus. It must be somewhere around this here. Let me just, not that. It must be, it is the one, let's see from here. I just forgot at the moment. It is the Renato Ricci, and you need to complete focus security militias to get that. Yes, this one, as it gives you extra factory output and dockyard output. You also want to take at some point, I would recommend you Grand Fleet Proponent, as you don't need these two because you go for Mass Assault. Mass Assault Italy is the only way to play multiplayer. Right branch of the Mass Assault, Mass Mobilization, as this gives you so much manpower and it is good for being org wall for D-Day, for North Africa, for Italy. You are just support, so you put the extra IC you save from just doing infantry into air force and the fighters and tactical bombers. So let me show you the template that you should use with Italy. This is the only template you need with Italy, not this one. I will add some more support companies. So you also want to research the anti-tank too, and also this part is important. You want to go for this Battaglione di Assalto focus and add a single assault battalion, assault support assault battalion to your infantry. Let me just get it quick, also real quick, to show you guys what it is. Triumphant Africa, it gives you the stats of another infantry. Actually, it has a little more stats than the infantry. It doesn't need any costly equipment to be researched, and it gives you so much HP while not removing your organization much. It is a really good support that company. I love it, and you should also put them into your infantry templates, and you should basically stick with this template for the rest of the game. You don't need to build anything else for infantry. You also want to, let's go to the focus tree guide, how you should do the focuses. You don't go for Ethiopian war logistics, you go Italian highways first. After that, it's still industry in turn, never go to right side. Then after some, at some point after doing the first 4 researches of these and anti-tank, you would like to research the synthetic oil experiments, because you need this in order to get this focus. You need to research the synthetic industry. Then you all obviously go strengthen northern industry, and but these are late. You don't go for these after steel industry internally. After this focus, you go railway innovations, you go investments in Edison, and you go expand national universities. Obviously, these are the things you should do. And at this point, I recommend you to go for the air innovations, so that you can rush the fighter 2 faster. Then you want to go to research this, and don't build any intelligence agency before this focus, as it creates it to you for free. Go Triumph in Africa, then Culto del Duce, and after that I would recommend you to, as I said, take the security militias and get the advisor that gives you 5% output, factory output. After these focuses, I would recommend you to get Minister of Italy in Africa for more political power. Then go army primacy. Then I would actually recommend you to go research the new industrialization program when you can. So it depends on how you make your build, but you should be able to research it around here. Then Fiocchio Minuzioni comes. Then comes Brassia Small Arms Industry. Then Alfa Romeo. After that, this is the objectively stronger side, increased production. So after that, you can start going for regional development, and so researching these two is also nice. It gives you oil and refineries. So you should do that after that. And at some point, you need to do preserve army traditions, because after war starts, you need to take super esercito. Then you need to go for the foreign affairs, Balkan ambition, and before war begins, Pact of Steel, obviously. And then it is not necessary to take this one, because you need to only go for 8 doctrines. It is not necessary. Go for at some point, if it is allowed, you want to go for these two in your multiplayer game. La Battaglia per la Terra is superior of these two focuses. Then this is nice, it boosts your population. And these are all to boost your stability, to not go to civil war. So you need to take these focuses when they are needed. When it comes to naval sites, you want to obviously go for this and this 3 focuses, the middle ones. This one is taking this one before Barbarossa and stocking up fuel is quite nice, but it is not that crucial, so you can ignore it. That's perfectly fine. And as I said, these are at that point, this is also important to take this one. And the other ones depends on the type of naval war you want to make. As I said, there are no naval metas at the moment. You can do anything you want. Then after taking this one, you may want to get this and then the right side, because at that point the 15% research bonuses don't matter that much, but the extra factory output and extra factories are quite nice. I think much better than this at this point. If you disagree with that one, please let me know, because you can't get this one early. Then it is also good to go for these focuses, as they will boost your air force a lot. You can also go for these earlier by ignoring naval power projection and these focuses. So that is actually probably stronger in multiplayer. So let's come to research. You need to obviously rush 40 and medium and 40 small airframe, and you basically put around 80% of your factories in on these two. So let me show you the designs for them also. For small airframe, the one we did for Germany is quite nice. So it is the same thing basically. No need to do anything else. You can actually uh, not go for another armor plate to have longer range. It depends on your idea of the type of fighter you want to make. I think the range is enough in this one by putting the second one, but as I said, it depends on what you want to do. But I will put it because this is, in my opinion, the superior one. With medium bomber, you want to make an all-around template with a torpedo too and lots of ground attack, not medium, the small bombs. Two engines are the best, and for this thing you can ignore all of these. You can just ignore them. I would still recommend you to put at least one armor plate, like at least one. You can put a second one actually, because the range is still really nice. But the weight obviously exceeds thrust at this point. So you can put some air attack too, but it is not necessary because as your agility is so low, you do very little damage. So I would recommend you to not put any turrets in your mediums. So this is the tactical bomber I recommend you. And also, obviously, if you have electronic techs, you would like to go for electronics to get more strategic bombing and night penalty removal. But we don't have them. So let's research them too to add them to your tactical bombers. So this is okay. If you actually can get more of these, you can add more electronics. So it actually changes with more research you do. And when it comes to the other techs, you want to rush obviously all these three when you can, like research these, constantly research these. You only need engineer company from this part. You may want to take armored train to prevent allied bombings from destroying your logistics, and obviously take all these, research all these. Ignore tanks. When it comes to navy, again, it depends on the type of navy you want to build. But getting 40 destroyer and 40 cruiser is always nice. Getting these technologies is nice. Getting to dual purpose batteries, this one is really helpful for to your navies to be less uh, open to air attacks. And as I said, these ones depends on the type of navy you want to build, and when you can also research these, but you probably won't have enough slots to research these. So only like one of this should be enough. Obviously, stay up to date with computing machines and also the industry texts, and you may also want to research these synthetic processing technologies. When it comes to intelligence, it is always nice to get cryptology and passive defense. You may also want to get all these four. When it comes to construction, I would recommend you to, with all the bonuses from the focus tree, try to hit around 50 civilians. Then start building military factories, obviously. and you can. It is not a necessity because you get from focuses build some refineries too, but you should mostly buy rubber from Germany. So that is not your job to. It's not your job to build refineries. In North Africa, if there is a Japan player, you want to put pressure on LLMA. You don't want to put any troops in Ethiopia at the beginning of when you join the World War II because United Kingdom will easily destroy your troops over there. So you ignore Ethiopia. You focus on putting pressure on North Africa. Because if you don't put pressure and sit over Tobruk, they will focus on Japan and destroy Japan. If Japan cannot capture at least Indonesia, it is dead. So you don't want that, obviously. You want to put all your troops in garrisons for D-Day wall throughout the most of the war because you won't be allowed to join the war in France, and you can't do much in the Eastern Front, although you can put some fillers throughout the front line. As you are not allowed in multiplayer to attack Turkey. You can't do much in Soviet Union. So these are the things that you should be aware. Italy, you should be aware that Italy is barely support. Uh, it can't do much by itself, so you should play accordingly as a support for Germany. Germany is the one that wins you the war. You are just support. So thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful, and please like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys soon.